Good day. This video clip is intended for the discussion of table operations and attribute editing. In handling geographic information, most of the time we take into consideration or we get interested with the attribute of the geographic features, but with special consideration to its location. Previously, we have dealt with various data, and most spatial data are organized to have geographic part and attribute part. The FAT, or what we call the feature attribute table in vector data file, contain different information of the geographic feature. In shapefiles, the FAT is stored in the DBF file. The FAT has a direct access to feature geometry and uses the feature ID to link the feature's geometry. The FAT and the geometry have strict one-to-one correspondence. Some attribute table is considered as non-spatial table. It comes in different files like the CSV or comma separated value file or a delimited text file and Excel file. These files have no direct access to feature geometry but can still be linked to the shapefile by joining or relating their key attributes or columns. In this video clip, we will deal with different tools that could be used to prepare and process the feature attribute table of a shapefile. So let's open our QGIS. Let's create a new project. Let's change the CRS to WGS84, Zone 51N, apply and OK. Then let's save first our file, Control S. Let's create a new folder for this. So 05 table operations and attribute editing. And we will process some data information for the province of Bataan. So let's save our file as Bataan province of Bataan. Okay, then Control Shift V for us to uh, import our vector files. So click our ellipses. Then we will go to our LabX3 dataset, part 4. We have different files here. We have a CSV file that contains the municipality and population in Bataan. Then some various files, and we will focus on S3 shapefile. Let's filter, and we will import this one. Click open, add, close. So this is the province of the Bataan. And take note, if we check its attribute table, it will provide us information about the municipality and various barangay. So we can filter this. So we have this barangay, municipalities, and its corresponding barangay. Their column contains the area in hectares and an empty file for population density. So let's close this. Another way, instead of using the file provided, we could also use the file downloaded from GADM that was downloaded in the previous video. Control Shift V. Let's utilize that. So GADM Philippines, and let's use GADM 41 underscore Philippine 3. Open and add. Okay, so this is the shapefile of the entire Philippines. Okay, and our focus is this, Bataan. Now, right, kindly click GADM 41 underscore Philippine 3, then click F6 or right click, then open table attribute. Then we will select Bataan. Double click name underscore one. That is for the barangay name and municipality name rather. And let's call out Bataan. Select close. So this is basically the selected file from the GADM. Okay, next, we will right click the GADM 41 underscore Philippine 3. Then we will export selected feature as. Then let's create a file name for this. Right here, Bataan. Save. Then let's use WGS 84, UTM zone 51N. And click OK. Now we can hide the GADM 41 Philippine 3. And this is our new shapefile that contains the information about Bataan. It contains various information like the Bataan file name, the municipality name, the barangay, etc. Okay, so we have these features. So let's filter this one out. So toggle editing. Let's delete some information that is not necessary for this file. So let's click. So make sure that you are in toggle editing mode. So let's click the delete field and we will select information that will be deleted. Okay. So GID3 and GID0, we will delete that. We will retain Philippine, the country. Then GID1, we'll delete that. Then we will retain name 1. We will delete NL name 1. Then let's delete GID2. Let's retain name 2. Let's delete NL name 2. Then we will retain name 3. Then for var name 3, we will retain that. It will provide us information for the other naming of that place. So for now, let's delete that. Okay. Then these are the remaining items. So we will then delete NL name 3 until HSC3. Okay. NL name 3, type 3, and type 3, CC3, and HSC3. Okay. Okay, then we will rename. Okay. Let's save this one first and close this. Then let's go with processing in our vector. Let's go with processing. Then toolbox. Okay, next. So let's look for the vector table. Then with this vector table, we will edit our file. So let's click the rename field. Okay, then we will have the Bataan file and we will change the name. So for name 1, okay, we have country. Name 1 is the province. Okay, then let's have the rename. Let's change another one. Name 2 is the municipality. Municipality. Run. Next, let's have another one. We will change name 3 to barangay. Run. Close. Okay, so we have this. Let's save this file. We will overwrite our Bataan. Save. But let's delete this one first. And another remove. Containing this one, F6. So country, province, municipality, and barangay. Let's save this. Okay, so file name is Bataan. We will overwrite that, then click OK. Overwrite file. Then delete. Let's delete the temporary file. Okay, so using the Bataan file, F6. So these are already renamed columns. Okay, next. Let's close this. Let's hide this processing toolbar. So we'll go to vector. Okay, then geometry tools. And here we will have to collect geometries. Okay, so let's cancel this one first. Let's have geometry vector, geometry tools, then add geometry attribute. We will select again our Bataan. Okay, then add, then run, close. So a new file will be created added geom information. So F6. This one will provide us the area and perimeter. Okay, so using the vector geometry tools, then add geometry attributes. This one will provide us the attribute table, additional attribute containing the area and perimeter. Now, take note that the area here is in meter squared and the perimeter is in meter. Okay, let's close this. So let's hide first the added geometry info. Let's stick with Bataan. Then let's have its attribute table, F6. Let's click the toggle editing and let's use the open field calculator. Let's create a new field. So let's have it as area. Okay. And then this is whole decimal number. Area. Then click OK.
Unlock me first.
So this is the area in meters squared. And let's also add another one, perimeter. Okay, so you have two options of creating the area and the perimeter. Okay, so the first one is using the geometry tools, add geometry attributes, or by means of using the attribute table and create a new field containing the area and the perimeter. Next. So next, we will create a new column that will contain the population. Okay. Now, population could be obtained using the website of PSA or the Philippine Statistics. So let's save this one first. Let's disable the toggle editing. Let's close this one. So let's open a browser and let's look for PSA. So Philippine Statistic Authority. Then let's look for population. And let's download region 3. Okay, so region 3 will contain our Excel file that contains, the Excel file contains the population in Bataan. So this is the total population of Bataan. We have 853,373 as of May 1, year 2020. Okay, 2020. So this is the total uh, population of the province, the 853,373 is the total population for the province, and this 42,984 is the total population of the municipality Abukay, and the detailed population for each barangay is also listed. Okay, so let's copy all of this. And we will filter this one out. Let's open a new Excel file. So with our new Excel file, we will place our data here. Okay. Okay, so let's have this as a buhay. This is the population. Let's copy everything. Okay. Then let's copy it again. So there's a lot. So let me pause the recording so that I could finish this first. So this is the summary. So let's copy this one and save it as number as is. Okay, so I can now delete this one. Let's have a new, so we have various we have Bataan here. And its population is 853,373. And I can now also delete this. So let's have this as a province name, pro, province population, municipality name, municipality population, barangay name, then barangay population. So let's delete this. So let's filter this one. barangay name, municipality name. Okay. Okay, so this is our file for the population. Then let's go back with our QGIS. So let's right click our Bataan and export feature as comma separated value. Then let's have Bataan geometry file. We are doing this just to check the applicability and coherency of the Bataan geometry and the Bataan population. Okay, that we have obtained from PSA. Okay, click OK. So Bataan Geom. So click F6. It will contain its barangay names, etc. So let's open this file. Let's go to your demo folder, Bataan. Then we have the Bataan Geom. So we will have it as read only. Then let's copy this one and paste it here. Okay. Now, the purpose of this is just to ensure that the naming of the barangays are the same. As you can see, there are some X's here. Okay. These X's are because of the name of the poblacion. Okay. So what we could do is to delete the name of the poblacion or retain its name in the barangay. So as you can see, this one, so we have Bangkal, Kalaylayan, Kapatingan. So let's delete this column. Then let's filter our data and let's check all those with excess. So basically we have about 71 files with excess. Okay. Now, with this, we will check the naming of the barangay. So we have Kalaylayan, Laon, Wawa, Bagong Bayan, Pag-asa, Tibing Ilog, Dangkol, Doña Francia, Munting Batangas, Bonifacio, Burgos del Pilar, General Luna Gomez, Mabini extension, okay, and so on. So let's check this because they have a different naming here. Okay, let's undo everything first. Let's rearrange this, or let's sort. So let's sort first the barangay name, A to Z. Then sort again the municipality name. Okay. So the number of X's, delete. We have 69 X's. So this might be because of all the poblacion. And this, Tabacan, Santo Niño. Okay. There are some discrepancy here because of the naming of the Santo Niño. Okay. Because of the Enye. So let's check our QGIS. Bataan, F6. Okay, let's look for Santo Niño. How is it written in our data field? Santo Niño. Okay, Santo Niño here has an Enye. Okay. Now, what we could do is to retain FID just to ensure that what would be linked is properly linked, or we could change the barangay names like this. Doña Francisca, this A with a tilde, positive, negative, or plus minus, be changed to an N. So we could also do that. But I think it would be a lot easier if we will stick with the FID. Okay, the feature ID number. So we will change this FID with feature ID. Okay, then we will delete the rest since somehow we had already ensured that those with error is actually aligned. Okay, there are some discrepancy because of the naming of the poblacion or the variation 3 here. So like this, we have Pag-asa. It has an X mark because if its variation name is Wawa Sibakan. So Pag-asa, Wawa Sibakan. So there's a naming here. So with that, we can now delete this since we have somewhat ensured that they are the same. So let's delete this one. Now using this information, we will save this file. Okay, let's save it twice, one using Excel file and the other one with comma separated value file. So we have Bataan, population info, save. Then we will save this again, but this time using the CSV, comma separated value or comma delimited file. Bataan population info, save. Okay, then let's close this and this. Okay, next. Let's close this one again. Now, what we're going to do is to link the file that we have. So first is to click vector layer rather, then add layer, and we will have add delimited text layer or Control Shift T. Okay, and then let's select. So we have the Bataan pop info. Okay, the file format is comma separated value or CSV. And take note, for the geometry definition, we will click no geometry, only attribute table. Okay, so add, then close. So we have already the Bataan information. So F6. Okay, so as you can see, there are corresponding namings, corrections because of the Enye. So Doña Francisca, Santo Niño. Okay, so there's a variation. Now we will use utilizing the feature ID to ensure that we will link or join the table correctly. Okay, now let's go back with our Bataan file. Right click, properties. And then after that, we will go with joints. So here, we will manage joints to other layers. Okay, so we will add. Then, what we are going to add, the layer that we are going to add is the Bataan pop info. And our basis would be the feature ID. And for the target field, we will be using FID. So, it is very important that the feature ID and FID to be aligned. So, click OK, apply. Then, OK. Now, if we will look at Bataan file, proper open attribute table or F6, as you can see, there are new information that contains our data. Okay, originally, what we have is okay. Originally, we only have FID, country name, province name, municipality, barangay, and VAR3, and we added area and perimeter for the geometry. Then, by means of linking, we provided the Bataan province name, the population of the province of Bataan, and the Bataan municipality name, and then the corresponding municipality population of the municipality, and we have also added the corresponding barangay name and its population. Okay, so we have already included here are the information. Okay, so let's toggle editing again. So this time we will create the population density. But before that, let's check if we have correctly connected. So again, we have the Doña Francia. So the added file, which is this one from the Bataan population info CSV file. So it matched. Okay. Then since we already have the population, we can now have our population density since we have already calculated the area. So let's toggle editing and have our calculator. Okay. So let's create a new file. So we have population density. and let's have it to be a decimal real. Then let's have our fields. So we have area here, okay? But before that, let's have the population density of the province divided by the area. Population density, let's have here barangay population density. Okay? Now, it must be noted that the area here is in meters squared. Therefore, we have to convert it. Okay, so let's have a multiplier of 1 million. Then, okay. But before that, let's change it. Let's change first the type of the barangay pop. Let's have barangay pop. Then change it to whole number, integer. We will select the field again, barangay population density. Okay, so here from a string, we will convert it into a whole number. Okay. Okay, since there's only one selection, so let's deselect. So again, let's edit, open field calculator, update existing. We have the barangay population. Okay, so field barangay. Okay, so we have already converted the text file, the numbered, the string population to a numbered value. So let's have another calculator. So this time we have our barangay population density. Then let's make it a decimal number. We have our area, our pop then, our barangay pop rather, divided by the area. Now again, our area is in meters squared. Let's convert it to kilometers squared by having 1 million as our multiplier. Then click OK. So we have already calculated the population density. So let's save and stop toggle editing. Okay. Now, just like what we did in the second session of QGIS, when we use uh, the data in Massachusetts. So let's have Bataan. Properties, symbology. Let's have graduated. Let's have, in terms of area, let's see. Let's have 10, then apply. So this is this designation is in terms of the size of the area. So next is in terms of the population. Apply. And this one in terms of the population density. So as you can see, with this data, we have a big area. However, the number of population is quite small. Therefore, its color is white since it has a low density. Unlike with this area, having a small area, or this barangays having small area, yet has many population as compared with the larger area. Okay, so basically, for this video clip, we have learned the different techniques or tricks in dealing with information stored in the feature attribute table of GIS, and the attribute table or FAT. The feature attribute table or FAT is or FAT is very powerful tool that could execute computation and joining of information from different tables that you could obtain from different sources. Okay, some consider this feature of GIS as a mini spreadsheet program which can perform several calculations. And also, we have also uh, discussed a while ago how to encode and add column and attribute values in the feature attribute table. And also, we have combined various data by means of the attribute query to make simple analysis of the geographic problems like the population density. Okay, so several analysis or processing involved in table operation and uh, and manipulation of attribute values plays a significant role in providing new information. That's it for this video clip. Thank you.